Good evening and welcome to Off the Line Racing. Apparently, Ryan's disappeared ever so shortly, but what I will say is before he left, I heard him say, "No, me cheese!" like Gromit, and the Wensleydale's gone. So is Ryan, but nevertheless, we get ourselves ready for a bit of a historic moment here in Off the Line Racing. We are heading over to Silverstone, but not only is it Silverstone, it is reverse. And here you can have a little map graphic that I've made because I couldn't actually find a track graphic, so I made one. So all the corner numbers have been renumbered, so you can see all the way around to turn 18, with it being a 5.8 kilometre long circuit. 18 turns, 10 are to the left and 8 to the right, and 2 DRS zones. Notable mentions are the DRS has been moved from where you would normally see it in Sector 1 to Sector 2, coming out of Cops and down towards Woodcott. But that's about it for now, as we get ourselves going for what is qualifying. Ryan is back with us. Hello, how are we?
I'm gonna have to keep muting my mic because my dad sent me a printer which is right above my desk. So it is not great.
Oh, crazy, crazy.
you
However,
can probably you can probably hear it there, but yeah.
oh,
It's gonna be interesting.
yeah, absolutely. It is going to be interesting, but we are going straight to the track side. This has got off to a banger. Qualifying is about to begin. We're getting into about a minute underway now. So 17 minutes of qualifying. The drivers are getting to the track, so you haven't missed anything. So let's see what's going on over there. I love it. I love it. That was so good. I hope you all enjoyed my track map. Oh, man.
Oh God, Corey, this is.
I tried very hard, I'm going to be honest, to find a map worthy of showing in reverse format, and in the end, it came down to me and Microsoft Paint. So that's what we're rolling with. Division 2 reservist and Division 3 commentator Ashton the Brit being the first driver to get us down towards Luffield and then back up towards Brooklands. This is going to be very difficult, but we're gonna try.
Saying Luffield then Brooklands does not seem right at all.
I know, it made me cringe a little.
Does it seem a bit like it might rain?
It does a little bit. It's looking a little bit grey.
Yeah.
But he's coming back around the loop and now what farm? Village, farm, and then Abbey. Oh no, this is cursed. But we're now getting his way around turn 18, that I can tell you, and he hits the start-finish straight to get the first time lap underway for qualifying here in Division 1. Silverstone Reverse gets around turn number 2, coming out of Club and up towards Vale, before flat to the floor towards Store Corner. Now, what I'd like to know, is there any braking involved in Store Corner before you get going down the hanger straight? This is horrible.
I know.
Rear wing open.
Now into the overtaking spot of Chapel and Beckett. So it's Beckett's and Maggots now.
Yeah, back around Maggots and then flat to the floor towards Cops Corner before you are aided with DRS for what is a first time before you come down towards Woodcott into the second time into Brooklands.
Luffield,
then Brooklands. God, this is difficult.
Oh no.
Luffields and back around Brooklands and onto the Wellington Straight.
And then into Aintree, then the loop.
Yeah.
So Aintree is flat like normal. The loop is a heavy braking zone. Tipping the car round left into Village. And now accelerating through Farm. And the final corner is Abbey.
Wow. What a mouthful this is going to be. A 27.1. That's a beautiful lap time. 25.7 from Bossmore. Straight out of the gate. I expected as much. These guys were in the top, like, 40. PW Jones is 9th in time trial. I just want to point that out. But Glitch 10 is 9th in time trial. But look at that.
What?
Yeah, Glitch 10 is 9th in the world in time trial.
Jeez.
25.9 for Glitch 10, so not finding the lap worthy of his time trial, really. I think he has gone faster in TT, but qualifying is still getting underway. Who else can we go on board with? Max Housley, driver who's been bringing a little bit of contention to the table as he comes around the loop now and then back around the left-hander of Village before he has down towards Farm and then around Abbey. Take the checkered flag. Paul, 25.6. Fastest lap time thus far. I mean, I'm expecting to see the 24s because I know that the TT times are 25s. So maybe a 24 is something that these drivers can get with that track evolution to come their way. But for Max Housley, it is provisional pole for now. Geordie got a 25.8 to get himself up there as well. Ratty, one of the McLarens. It is beautiful. Ratty, one of the mentions of the McLarens that have been so dominant all season long in P5. So, that qualifying, pretty close so far, Ryan, I've got to say. From P1 to P7.
As well, we've got a few new drivers. We've got Jordan Jansen or Jordan Jansen or any combination of the lot. This is going to be another fun name for us. And also Jack SCFC, or we'll probably just call him Jack. Also racing, both of them reserves for Alpine and Mercedes respectively.
I'm on board with Bobby as he is the next driver to bring us in with a lap. He's coming around the final turn out of Abbey with go flat to the floor, hits a checkered flag, 26.3, only going up a P8 at the minute. We're expecting 3 more drivers to join us here in qualifying, so it will be 17 at best as we get going into the final closing minutes. But for now, that's it. As we see Marius Anderson take to the track, your championship leader, as he comes down towards Luffield. Around we go, and then Brooklands before he gets onto the Wellington Straight, which is not aided with a DRS because it's flat to the floor out of Aintree and then harsh braking, as you mentioned, coming back around the loop. But it's also a very low grip corner as you come around the loop. It's easy to lock up the rear tyres and send yourself for a bit of a spin. Need to be crispy clean on your entry and make sure you don't put too much rotation in the car as he gets the exit there out of I can't even keep up with it at this point.
Village.
Yeah, out of Village and comes out of Abbey we go to start his lap. It's all for Marius Anderson to get himself to the top spot. He needs to try and maintain the lead of the championship. I mean, even if Max was to get a win, Marius is 24 points ahead, so Max will only get him by 1 point. So Marius needs points to stay ahead.
You say Max only getting by 1 point, but that's assuming that Marius is out of the points.
Well, that's what I mean. He would have him by 1 point if he was out of the points. So all Marius needs is points to stay ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. No matter where he finishes in the points, he's still ahead of Max Housley. Actually, I think if Marius gets 1 point, Max gets it on count back.
Maybe, potentially. But it is only round 8. We've still got 4 more rounds to go. Still, I don't want to call it quits here and now. Because Max has sort of been a bit of a dynamite charge into the season. You know, he came in from round 3, round 4, and has proved to be championship contender. It's second at the moment. We'll talk more about that on the lobby restart. But again, he's come out as a worthy contender to fight against the McLarens that have been so dominant.
Yeah, and I guess we'll see. Oh, Tom Carter with the absolute G. You know, we've got Clubvale, Stonechapel, Beckett's, Maggots, Cops, Luffield, Brooklands. Ha! You forgot Woodcote.
Woodcote. He forgot Woodcote.
Yeah, and then after Brooklands, it's Aintree, The Loop, Village, Farm, Abbey. But Marius Anderson only with a 26-2.
What I can say is man's had a mad ADHD moment and thought, yeah, I'm going to name them all backwards. I can vouch for that.
He's missed like 6.
Marius Anderson good enough for P8 though.
Yeah, and Jordan Jansen will be next over the line. He's going through the loop now. And he's actually following his teammate for the day, PW Jones, who's going to start a lap, giving... I mean, through those last 2 corners, is it a good thing being behind the car in front?
Well, visual distraction, absolutely. Don't forget, collisions are off in qualifying. We have the restart to get collisions back on. Visual distraction, absolutely. Effect on the car, minimal. It's more like you're trying to follow the line, you're trying to hook it into the apex on some of these corners. I mean, it's beneficial to run wide here in Silverstone reverse. I've noticed that. In some corners, running a little bit wider than hitting the apex is beneficial on exits. But again, if you're trying to hook it to the apex, you're going to have that visual distraction ahead of you.
Yeah. Next car across the line is Glitch 10, who's currently 3/10 up in Sector 2.
Ooh, contention for Paul here.
Yeah.
He gets around entry, back around the loop, and now back around village. This is where things get a bit interesting. Has he got the time? Has he pulled it out in this final sector where he comes down towards Abbey now? Flat to the floor, hits that checkered flag. Where will he be? It is Paul, and he improved by just under half a second. 25.4, the time to beat. Jay Gorse, beautiful lap there, 25.6. Gets up on the front row. This Haas hasn't really been there thus far in the season, but at round 8, certainly asserts himself up there on the front row.
Ratty will be next over the line, followed by PW Jones and Max Housley. So we'll see where these guys can slot in. Ratty down on his time. Jonesy goes up to P9. Housley, oh sorry, he was on an outlap, so it's going to be Boss Moss next over the line, who improves to 14 milliseconds behind Max Housley. Ashton the Brit goes to P12 with a 26.8. Bobby Lyons is starting a lap next. It's going to be Jack in the Mercedes, and he's currently 6/10 up.
Geordie in the Williams has just jumped up to P2.
Oh, has he? I missed Geordie.
He's just come through, yeah. Well, Jack's just come through as well. Geordie came through just ahead of him. P2 from him, and Jack, like you said, P6 just gets into that 25 time by the finest of margins.
I don't know, Tom, about tracks in F1 running both ways, but I swear Alton Park has sometimes done reverse. But I think it might have been one-off event.
I think it's an event, yeah, but the tracks are specifically designed to be ran a certain way. Like, it's designed to be ran forward, not backwards. Some of the corners, like typically Austria turn 3 in reverse, that corner is not accommodated to really get around safely. If you think about it, it's a downhill braking sector. It comes very sharply, the downhill part. So I wouldn't really say it's accommodated for it. Whereas when you're coming up the hill, it's easier to slow down. So if they would run it in reverse as a viable layout, then I'm pretty sure they would have had it in real racing by now. Max Housley, P2. Just come through. He's getting himself out of bail now. Improvement there from Max Housley, 25.4. Lorenz has come in. Oh, yes. P3 is indeed super close. Geordie and Jay Gorse.
And Jonas. And Jonas, look.
Oh, and Malum Jonas.
So 4 milliseconds separating 3 cars is ridiculous.
Well, that's what you want to see. We'll go on board with your championship leader, who's about to come through towards the checkered flag to start a lap. Unless anybody else is.
Swifty's got no front wing.
He's on an in-lap. He did set that 26.1. He must have dropped it on his in-lap.
Yeah. I saw him going to the gravel at one point, but then I was focusing on
Could you invite Lawrence, if possible?
Yeah, absolutely.
Lawrence is going to get an invite round about now while we follow Marius Anderson with his next improved lap time, as we just hit under 5.5 minutes to go in qualifying. He's coming up to finish what I reckon will be Sector 1. I don't know where the Sector 1 split actually is. But he gets the rear wing open now, out of the hangar straight to come down towards Chapel Curve, back around Beckett's, and then Maggots just ahead of him. Before he keeps it pinned to the floor, and a downshift before firing it round the left-hander of Copse Corner. Not a right-hander this time, left-hander of Copse Corner. Then the rear wing is open as you come down towards Woodcott. And then again, Harsh on the brakes, trying to hook it into the apex and get the rotation back around Luffield before you fire back around once again to the right-hand side of Brooklands. And onto the Wellington Straight. No DRS aid this time, but it is a personal improvement on that middle sector. No improvement on the Delta time, unless it's to come in the third sector as we get around entry now. And back towards, out of the loop, sorry, and back towards Village Curve now, and all the way flat to the floor to finish off his lap with only Abbey to go. Oh, he's in the pits, never mind. Oh my god. Oh, I didn't take that into consideration. A reverse pit entry. God, I didn't even think about that. What's that going to be like in the race?
I have raced it in leagues before, and it's horrible. The amount of speeding penalties people got was ridiculous. to the point where I still won even with a 10-second speeding penalty. Like whilst in a train.
Well, Jordan Jansen, or Jordan Jansen, however the name is pronounced, depending on his nationality, I'm not entirely sure where he's from. Starting his next improved lap, comes around out of turn number 3. Yes, I'm looking at my map now, trying to figure it out. No, I don't know where he is. Where is it? No, he's out of 14 and 15. There we go. I'm looking at my own map that I made, so bear with me. And out of 16 we go, with only 2 turns to go, to see an improvement on that time, or is it into the pits? It's naughty. We'll be hitting the checkered flag. It's a 26.2, 7/10 of an improvement, but not good enough to get into that top 10. But sets himself closer to potentially jumping up the order. It's only a few tenths away. Look at how close qualifying he's actually getting now. A second from P1 down to P13.
Yeah, so I imagine people will be leaving the pits any second now. And oh, Ali Bono's in. I don't think he's not gonna have time, is he?
Well, Lawrence is coming out, so I think Lawrence may have time. If Ali Bono comes out right now, he may have time, depending on how quick he can get the setup applied, if he's got one saved, ready to go. Otherwise, he's not qualifying. But for Lawrence Patton, one-shot qualifying for him.
Yeah, and he's got no... I mean, it's nice, isn't it, when you can base... You can set a bank and then you can see how you do relative to the delta.
Yeah.
So... That's always something that's quite good in quali, and Lawrence is not going to have that. I always feel I go faster when I can see where I'm down on the delta than when when I'm doing a one-shot.
I can agree with it on a sense. If you see green, it encourages you to try and push the limits more of the car, because you know the car's got better grip, you're improving on your sectors, so you feel a bit more comfortable in a bit quicker on the throttle on your exits, a bit less braking, a bit, later braking into corners. It just gives you a bit more confidence, I'd say. That comes down to the mindset, though. I agree with that. I feel like if I can see a green delta, I tend to find a little bit more time in the sectors.
And just looking, Ali Bono's leaving the pit lane now.
Ooh, I don't know.
He'll make it. I think it's 125 lap.
He's gonna have to push like it's a push lap. He may have to burn battery on the. I don't know. It's gonna be down. It's gonna be like the final second. He's come out. Say, what? 20 seconds to get where he is. What's the sector time for Swifty as he comes out to finish sector 1?
Lawrence got airborne.
Lawrence has gone airborne.
Yeah, over the turn 2 apex curb, he just launched up onto like no wheels. He was fully airborne there. He's still going, but that's gonna have ruined his lap before it even got started.
We're 26-9. So it's not looking good for Lawrence on this one-shot quali. Ali Bono's, may have the time. I wonder if Lawrence is doing a double out lap. He may have the time.
He can't. Not enough time.
No, he can't.
Absolutely
He doesn't.
not. Absolutely not.
No, he doesn't. It's Ali Bono who only has the time to go if he can make it to the checkered flag. He's got 30 seconds to get through another sector.
Let me have a look at the final sector times from people. Not settings. I need race director. Ali Bono's not making it.
No, he's got 9 seconds and he's still got 3 corners to go. He's not made it, but for Lawrence Patton, where's he going to go? It wouldn't surprise me to see a 27. If he's saying he went airborne, he's going to have lost massive time. As we see, Swifty's crashed into turn 1. Unfortunate there for the Ferrari driver. Lawrence Patton's coming out of Abbey now. What sort of time are we getting? It's a 26.8.
Oh.
Damaging. Glitch 10. Is there an improvement on that time? The current pole sitter comes to hit the checkered flag anytime again. No, there's not. Stays exactly where he is. Who's next to cross the line?
Geordie. It's good old Geordie. Let's see if he can potentially get pole position here. Oh, no way! Geordie's on provisional pole.
Bobby doesn't improve. Mercedes Boss Moss, can he do anything about it? He improves to P4. Just shy with a perfect time of a 25.5. Next is Marius Anderson, hits the checkered flag, 26.1. Falling short. What about Gors? Hits the split. No, a 25.53. Alpine's across the line. PW Jones stays where he is. Anybody else? A Red
Malium
Bulls?
Jonas down, and then it's just Ashton the Brit who doesn't improve. Oh no, wait. He was P15. Oh, he goes to P14. So Lawrence is 15. What was Boss Moss is not a reserve.
Wow. Hello, Jordy19. Welcome to pole position. Max Housley falling short by just under a tenth. But look how close Glitch 10 is as well. He didn't find any improvement on that lap. Boss Moss to going fourth with Jay Goss, Marion Jonas, PW Jones, Jack, a new driver taken to the grid in eighth. Bobby Lyons, Ratty doing the top 10 just outside of that. Swifty, Marius Anderson, Jordan Jansen, however it may be. Ashton the Brit, Lawrence Patton, and Ali Bono, who did not have the time to make it to the checkered flag to start a lap, joining qualifying late. Wow. Things are going to get interesting in this rather unpredictable Silverstone Grand Prix. Weather could still play a factor, and the driving saying, they've been saved. They've actually been saved by a restart, because this might not happen after the restart. But as you can see, it's torrential, as a standard British summer should be. Oh, god damn, I would have loved to have seen that.
Yeah. I mean, we might still see it. Am I allowed to quickly bring up football and say that Manchester United are losing to Grimsby Town?
Oh my god. What's that movie? This is Grimsby? What is it? What's that movie with Sacha Baron Cohen?
Who?
Sacha Baron Cohen, whatever.
You mean Sacha Baron Cohen?
Yeah.
W. Grimsby. Oh, do you mean the dictator?
No, the one where he's the spy. Where he's the spy.
I don't know. Anyways, let's this calamity. Is Glitch doing his
Bye, Jonathan. Oh, Jordy's gone for a spin. There he goes. Who else? Who else is going to try and make it through a corner and drop it?
Not Glitch 10.
No, Glitch 10, I suspect he's going to... Oh! Who was that? Boss Moss is gone. Marion Jonas is going... Oh, there goes Marius. There goes Glitch. Now Marion Jonas follows suit. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Lawrence. Oh!
We just... I think that might be the quickest restart we've had.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I'm impressed, boys. I'm impressed. We're going to come back to the camera screen and we'll have a quick little chat about everything we've been waiting to talk about for so long. Well, interesting qualifying round, I've got to say. I'm excited to see if we're going to see that weather come in the Grand Prix. But don't forget that the weather can change. It stays dynamic. But if we are to have another restart, here's something in the rules that not many drivers know. If it is to rain in this no restart, and we have to restart again, then the weather gets set to whatever the weather would have been in the first lobby. So that's something that has been implemented in the rules, something that had been thought about. So... yeah, nice bit of insight for you. But now we get on to... Go.
I can't skip the podium for some reason.
Yeah, no, I can't. Well, yeah. It is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah. Well, we take a quick little look at the drivers' standings currently after Singapore. Oh, never mind. It's done a weird thing where it's not actually changed it. Okay, 1 second. Let me quickly
change technology.
Technology. There you go. After Singapore, very quick, nice little change. You see Marius Anderson leading quite comfortably with 24 points over Max Housley, the certainly new and big threat to the championship charge of the McLaren boys, whereas Ratty, the McLaren's teammate, just lines up in third on 72, with Glitch 10 levelling out those points closely guarded. Glitch 10 making a little bit of a mid-season charge back to the top after he's had a couple of upset races in the start of the season. Lawrence Patton as well doing it for the Haas boys on 67, where Boss Moss, the Mercedes, climbs his way up to P6, big improvement after last round, and PW Jones in 7th, best position thus far this season, 51 points, not too much of a point split from those at the front. One good result for PW Jones could see him up the P4, P5 potentially. All he needs to do is get that end result, and he is a man to pull this off. We've seen it in previous races. Jonesy just stays out of trouble and ends up picking up a P4. You know, it's happened. We've seen it. But Aidan Evans, reserve driver, 43 points, sat in 8th. Again, as you can see, reserve driver gets points in this championship, so he encourages those drivers to show up and potentially have their moment to shine and get up there in the standings. Jay Gorser has his teammate at a holiday, so missed out a couple of rounds, comes back and he's now in 9th to score some much needed points to help his teammate along in the championship, whereas Lawrence has been pretty much alone for the first opening rounds, but Gorse comes back, helps his teammate and scores 35 points thus far, and then Banana finishing it off in the top 10 on 34 points. Falling down just outside of that, you have Cooper Fan in the Ferraris. Again, not here. He has a reserve driver filling in, that of Swifty from Division 2. Then Hackor, who is serving a 3-place grid penalty. Should have been here tonight, but I don't see his name
No,
on
he's
there.
he's not making it. So
Okay, so Hackor isn't joining us. So again, I will have that outstanding three place. God, bear with me. 3-place grid drop. There we go. And then Ethan Davis in 13th, reserve driver, followed by Max Law, another reserve driver, as I mentioned, sorry. Reserves do get points and sit themselves in the standings. Ali Bono, 15th, who is joined us a little bit late in qualifying, couldn't get the lap out, so it'll be a last to whatever in this Grand Prix, depending on weather as well. That could play a crucial factor on these drivers. Malcolm Jonas struggling for Red Bull all on his own. Red Bull, a team struggling to get into double digits in constructors' points. We'll talk about a little more about that in a second. And then Ashton the Brit coming up from Division 2 in 17th, followed by Eric Ghosty in 19th, and then Geordie, who is your current pole sitter here tonight, 20th, with 2 points. So there, that pole, if you can convert that into a victory, will jump up quite a lot in the standings, providing other drivers don't score any points. Now I'm going to take a quick little look at the constructors. Please show Singapore. It doesn't. It shows Miami. Let me do this again. I've already done this once, but because I think I've had to restart the app, it's reset everything back to where it was. But there we are. After Singapore, the McLaren leading very, very comfortably with 61 points over the closest rivals. That now being Aston Martin being jumped. Have jumped the Haas boys that won't line up second for most of the season, with Lawrence Patton fighting away with Marius Anderson in majority of the races as well. Boss Moss for Mercedes doing it well as they jumped up to 4th and are trying to close up that gap to the Aston Martin ahead. McLaren may seem a little bit too far to reach for the Mercedes duo, but at least they can get P2. They can try and get there and potentially hope that McLaren have a disaster few races and lose out some crucial points. We've seen McLaren drama this season. All season long, they come together. I think 3 times this season
in a row, the last 3 races. So
again, McLaren boys have come together 3 times in 3 races.
You got to think they're like 9th and 11th in this race, so they're close together again into one of the, I mean, I say worst first turns. It's a horrible left-hand turn braking zone where you're braking and turning. It has disaster written all over it.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree with you more. So for the McLaren duo that seem to be magnets, you know, they connect into each other, seem to attract each other for the past 3 races. Have got to be careful and keep out of each other's way. They don't want a repeat. However, even with the contacts, they've done well to pull off recovery drives. That we can vouch for. The Ferraris line up in 5th. Glitched Hen, who's making this mid-season charge, could help them to score back in constructors, as well as the Alpines in moving up to 6th. Racing Bulls in 7th. Kick Saubers in 8th, and then to single digits on the points. However, Geordie, pole sitter for Williams here tonight, could potentially make that change, where Red Bull are still down at the bottom, struggling in Season 4. It's the lowest we've seen Red Bull since Season 1 in off-the-line racing. That is a fact.
Yeah. So I think Mercedes, I've got good hopes for them today. Obviously, they got Boss Moss, and with Lawrence having done barely any practice, I think he said that, oh my God, it's 2-0 to Grimsby. Sorry, I shouldn't be talking about football. It's 2-0 Grimsby. Let's go. Yeah, I think Mercedes, especially, I know how Jack races. He's an incredibly clean driver. You know, I'm talking Jonesy levels of clean. He's consistent as well. He'll be in the points this race. And obviously, I think Boss Moss will be in the fight for the podium.
Well, it's all there. It's all there. Geordie as well, being the pole setter, showing that he's one of the fastest guys on the track in dry conditions. I've got to stress that out about the wet conditions. It's Britain. It's known for wet weather, and when it rains, it pours. It's torrential and it's dangerous. So Let's see what happens here for our reverse track layout Silverstone Grand Prix.
As seen a couple months ago with that rain. I don't know if you remember the shot of Max driving towards cops,
Yeah.
and oh, it's like oh my god, it looks so cool, but it's so dangerous.
What's funny is because I work so close to Manchester, there's a guy in Salford who's a Manchester United fan and he works with us. And tomorrow he's going to come in like face of thunder and I'm just going to laugh at him. Because you're mentioning United are losing to Grimsby. I know we shouldn't be talking about it. This is Formula One, but I've got to say that is funny.
It's
that.
so worth
He's
it.
going to have face of thunder tomorrow. That's a fact. But what I can say with the absolute utmost certainty is that we are taking to the track. Nice, quick lobby restart. And it is dry, it is sunny, but it's a little bit grey. So maybe there's a spot of weather on the way as we get ready for 26 laps of the reverse Silverstone Grand Prix.
Yeah. And now, once again, I'm going to make my spiel about how the spectator should get a countdown in the lobby as well, so we know how long it's actually going to take. But no, and if I say any more, EA are going to come to my house. So.
If I speak, I'm in trouble. Do you know when you start launch the game and it says you have to agree to terms and conditions? In the fine print, it's going to say something like "cannot mourn about spectator cam."
Yeah.
You have no right to mourn about spectator cams.
Yeah.
Oh, but as we wait patiently, this is the moment where the drivers apply their setup, set their strategies, get the tyre on. I presume everyone's going to start mediums because they like to go medium hard. Seems to be the meta in F125 in this first game cycle. But again, we've seen drivers go for the alternate strategy and it sometimes can pay dividends. Towards the end of a Grand Prix, the tyres feel pretty grim on those hards, but the mediums also drop off a lot quicker than you'd like to expect. So strategy is a massive factor. And I've heard as well that tyre wear in reverse Silverstone is abysmal. So that is something to watch out for. Could we see 2 stops here, Ryan?
No, because the Silverstone pit lane is I think the second longest in F1. I think the only one longer is Singapore. So, although to be fair, the 2-stop, who was it? Was it Bobby Lyons that did the 2-stop, and it worked out?
I think it were, yeah.
Well. Yeah, 2-stop is viable here, Ricky says. So, again, definitely one to look out for.
Could be. Like I said, tyre wear they're saying is abysmal. I've heard some drivers mourn. Could it be 2-stop? Ricky's saying could be viable. It opens the door for the strategy to happen because you can push without limits. You don't need to go to that management phase, which every track seems to be. You do a 1-stop, you have to manage tyres at some point in the race. Without that 2-stop, it's all push.
1-stop won on track yesterday, apparently. On track? Oh, did they lose it on penalties? Damn.
Oh, so again, the 2-stop, they get close enough. They do get close enough.
But the thing is, in Singapore, they didn't get close. They didn't get close enough soon enough.
Yeah, the drop-off was too fast. That I agree with. It could happen here in Silverstone. We've yet to find out. It could well and truly happen. But here we go. The lights are lit. I have no audio for some reason. There we go. We have 5 lights. The grid is out and we are underway for the 26 laps of Silverstone. Geordie's got away well with Max Housley diving to the inside there, looking for an open door, not coming yet. Trying to keep it pinned to the inside, but has not got past thus far. Further back, we see moves for Jonesy, pulling up ahead against William Jonas, which has opened the door for Bobby Lyons to move up from P10. Glitch 10 now putting the pressure on Max Housley. He does manage to pull on through. Max Housley seems to have had a bit of a moment and has potentially allowed Boss Moss to get on the charge as well, all over that rear diffuser. But here goes Glitch 10 for the lead to the outside, going into Chapel Curve, back around Beckett, and then up towards Maggots. Glitch 10 takes the lead with a beautiful opening start.
Yeah, Marius Anderson had a terrible start. He got stuck behind Swifty, and Lawrence Patton absolutely sent it down the inside. And yeah, managed to get up.
Jack's up on the grass. That's dangerous. Where's he going? Is he back on safely? Yes, he is. Just about.
I think, yeah, not the start he would have wanted to this race. He starts it on the hards as well, so he's going to be struggling with the tyre warm-up. As now I think Ashton the Brit is washed out wide. And Jack is going to go for a move. Ratty as well, getting past Malcolm Jonas in the lovely chrome McLaren, which I hope they don't change for the rest of the game. It just looks so much better. Ratty as well, getting past Jonesy. He's making absolutely incredible gains here. As I think that's...
side by side, Aronson and Lawrence. Lawrence putting the charge on. The side by side, and Marius is almost off the track and does rejoin. Lawrence Patton takes the position. Oh, elbows deep. He's ran deep into turn 1. Open the door for Marius to charge back 3. Tries to squeeze him wide. Shows him the grass. But they're still side by side on exit. Lawrence might just keep that, and he does as we get to Stowe.
Yeah, Vale is such a janky corner to overtake in this reverse because that right-hander to finish it off is so tight and narrow that almost all the time somebody ends up on the grass. It happened near the back of the field on lap 1, and we've just seen it happen again. Marius dipped some wheels on the grass, couldn't get the acceleration, and had to tuck in behind Lawrence Patton, who, considering this is what, his second lap of, on this track, he's not doing a bad job to be up in P10 already.
No, he's not. He's doing very, very well. He had that one lap in quali, struggled, sent airborne, but here goes Marius. Oh, looking for an inside as we go into Luffield. He'll have to try and keep it pinned around the outside of Brooklands, where Lawrence will benefit with the inside line. Oh, shit, my bad. I apologise for that. Oh, yeah, I've not. It's because I'm in Windows. It's because I'm in Windows. It keeps showing the mouse on the screen when I'm changing stuff. I apologise.
And then naughty, you said a naughty word.
I know. It's because I'm trying to remind myself to keep the mouse off the screen. Because I'm running new settings for streaming, so things are windowed, and I've got the chat on one side of the screen and stuff. It's just...
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Anyways.
What is it?
We have got... I'll just narrate whilst Corey tries to sort this. Alibono picks up a 3-second time penalty already. So he's clearly struggling. Oh, Lawrence has had an issue. Lawrence, I think, has gone off on the exit of Stowe. And now he's got Jack coming from into Chapel, and the Mercedes reserve manages to get ahead. Although runs deep through Beckett's, and the Haas driver manages to get back through. And yeah, Jack's struggling on this configuration of circuit. I might have jinxed him a bit with my... Oh! There's Alibono back on the track! Oh! Straight into the path of Swifty, who manages to avoid him somehow. That was a very dangerous rejoin from Alibono. That was almost cataclysmic. Ratty has also gotten past Bobby Lyons now. I don't know how Swifty avoided that, Ricky. That was like Isaac Hadjar reactions.
That was incredible.
Well, I think lucky as well.
His reaction time was on
Malium! Malium Jonas down the inside through Village. Doesn't manage to get past. He kind of got, stuck on that raised inside curb there and was not able to get past Bobby Lyons. But he's going to have a run potentially towards Club. And can he make the move into turn 2 and Vale? No, he can't. He's not close enough. You almost need to be alongside on the entry. Swifty's going for a move on Jack. Down the inside, not able to make the move through Vale, but on the exit potentially could get the better exit, accelerating up towards Stowe, and Swifty is not able to make the move yet. However, DRS open, Ferrari versus Mercedes. He's gaining on Jack towards Chapel. Could he go for a move into Beckett? No, he can't. Hits the rear of the Mercedes car. And Alibono going for... an interesting line to try and get past Jordan Janssen. Managed to bail out of it, though. And now, through Cop's corner, I think Malium Jonas is getting past Bobby Lyons further up. PW Jones going to potentially go for a move, but runs deep.
So he cut to the inside, into Luffield. Oh, is he going to pull that one off? Are you going to have to keep it, though? Yes, he can. Before we get to Brooklands, beautiful move, though.
I think that's the mediums versus the hards in this scenario. And there is a 2.3 second gap between Marius Anderson in P10 and Lawrence Patton in P11. So the pack very much splitting into 3 groups here. We've got P1 to 5, 6 to 10, 11 to 16. So they're very evenly numbered as well, which is quite nice.
Yeah, all racing about 2 seconds apart, which is a nice little clean area to be in. It's a bit of fresh air for some drivers running in their own little pace margins, but I expect them to catch up because you can see that it's a bit unknown for tyres. Some drivers gone hard, some drivers have gone mediums. We still don't know if 2-stop's going to play a crucial factor. Somebody tried it yesterday, but the 1-stop did prevail on track, giving us the idea that penalties may have played the factor in the loss of the Grand Prix, track limits. As the tyres drop off, the white lines start to look a little bit friendly.
Yeah, and obviously we see Alabama already with a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So, I don't know. It's such a high-speed circuit, even more so in reverse, I feel. I think there's less braking zones in reverse, and you're taking slower corners faster, like Aintree and the Loop and all those. So when the tyres are going to drop off, there's going to be a lot more understeer. And if you think into turn 1 and 2, understeer through there is going to be... Well, it's not going to be fun. I'll put it like that.
We'll take a
Have we
look
got...
at the near the front of the grid, P5, the back end of this train. As Jay Ghost tries to close up to the back of Boss Moss, and Boss Moss losing that DRS. And the detection
Geordie's lost
point.
it as well.
Yeah. Oh, he's back in it, but Geordie is out of it. He's got a couple corners to try and get in it. He comes up around Club now, and then you've got Vale to get through before you hit the detection point. Is Geordie able to pull back the tense? I don't think he is. I think Glitch has done enough to keep that separation. A bit of breathing space there, but Max can now put the pressure on Geordie as we get going out of store. That rear wing opens, coming down the hanger straight and towards Chapel Cove.
There we go.
To the
inside at Chapel. And yeah, Geordie doesn't fight it. He knows it's not worth it. Max Housley on the hard tyres now managing to get ahead. And he's going to push on back after Glitch 10. He's got more tyre to use at this part of the race. And we've also got Ashton the Brit going side by side with Ali Bono now. Through Maggots they go. And Ali Bono has managed to hold on. Ashton unable to make the overtake cleanly. Although, now to the inside at Cops. Could this be a disaster? No. Very well done. And Ashton actually has the DRS. Could Ali Bono potentially go for a move into Luffield? No, he can't. Although with the inside line, maybe carrying more speed on the exit. I don't... Oh, losing the rear. No, that's it. The battle over and won by Ashton the Brit.
I've got to say, beautiful racing there from Ashton the Brit. He knows he had the DRS from the detection point.
Oh, Geordie's crashed into the pit lane. Geordie's locked the rears and he's spun into the pit lane.
Oh dear, that's damaging.
And a 10-second time penalty for everything.
Well, you mentioned before the race how crucial it could be, that pit entry. You know, you saw a lot of pit entry penalties yourself, so one of the more challenging parts of the circuit, to say the least. This is where things are going to get interesting as the strategy starts to unfold. That tells me Geordie was going to go for the two-stop, having 20 laps, 19 laps yet left to go of the Grand Prix, and already boxing from the medium 7 laps. I've seen him go as long as 11 to 14 laps.
Jonesy spun.
Oh, Jonesy as well, struggling with tyre. Is that the mediums done? Is that the mediums dead
Yeah.
and gone? 6 laps running.
And now he's going side by side with Swifty. Ooh. We had the same reaction then.
Oh, he's fighting back. He's fighting back. Look at that. PW Jones is straight back through.
Bobby Lyons is off. He's in the wall. He's got a puncture. Bobby Lyons puncture. The mediums are already gone. It's it. Oh! And Ali Bono has hit the back of Bobby Lyons, and they're both off in the wall.
Oh my God, I can't get a camera angle. Oh.
Ali Bono's out of the race as a safety car. Our voice is gone. With the puncture for Bobby Lyons. Going into Luffield, he locks up, pulls to the right, and hits Ali Bono, who's going round his outside, and Ali Bono flies off into the barrier.
Oh my God. Did you clip it?
No, I don't have a clipping software.
Oh God damn, I wish you'd have clipped it. Oh my word. I'm sure we're going to see something of that in the Discord later on as Geordie and Boss Moss almost come together as well. Bobby Lyons is trying to get around,
How are they almost
around the track.
How have they almost come together when the safety car's out? That's my question. Geordie's into the pit. Boss Moss could actually... I think the undercut was that good. That Boss Moss has still got P3, yeah. Oh, maybe not. Oh. But he hasn't lost anything there.
Well, no, not really. He's in a good position, I'd say. I'd say the person who's lost the most from that one
Alibono.
Ali Bono, yeah. He's out of it. This does make the one stop perfectly doable. Running a couple of laps in the safety car, reduced pace, saving that crucial tyre life. But Jay goes on mediums.
What? Wait, hang on. Let me check what tyres he started on because... Yeah, he started on the hards.
We also have Lawrence on mediums, Jack on mediums, Jordan, Ashton the Brit, all medium tyres. So, two stops.
Yeah. Ashton's done a medium. Brassington has to do... sorry, Jack. Because of another league, I've got his surname on here instead of his actual name. But he's done a hard medium. Lawrence hard medium. Jordan hard medium. And Ghosts
Oh, they're
hard
going to box
medium.
again. They're boxing
Max
again,
House... Yeah, Max Housley has done a hard. Went softer by accident. He's mead. Yeah. So he's gonna. Oh.
Wait, Joey Ghost has gone softer.
No, Ashton.
Ah.
But I imagine the Max has to pit again, but the mediums won't go this far.
Well,
I wonder if
the Haas boys are more than likely going to box again for hards and go the distance. It started hards, they've now done the mandatory change, and they're not boxing, so I guess not.
They're doing actual 2 stops. Not often that Ricky's wrong, but sorry, Lawrence went softer.
Wow.
He's done hard. So he's medium to the end. I see what you mean. Yeah. Okay. That's what I was confused by. But I guess Ashton went softer.
He's accidentally put a space in between the meads on it, so he's mead. Yeah.
Jordan already used hards. If he went for harder, he'd have another set of hards.
Yeah, that's good.
I think these guys might have to go medium to the end. All the ones on the mediums in a minute. And then Max Housley has to do a hard medium because he's only used the hard so far. 2 stoppers a pit stop behind now, yeah. That's the thing. They've kind of been screwed by...
2 stops not really viable now with this delay.
Yeah.
Like, you needed the gaps. You needed the gaps in the strategy for that to work, and there's no gaps forming. There's nobody... Everybody's boxed, and the hard runners are going to go the distance, so there's no real gaps going to form between the hard runners. They're just going to stay in a train, really, if you think about it. So, yeah, this has made the 2 stop a bit of a shitter. What? Ashton the Brit? Did you see that?
I didn't see what happened. I saw the penalty pop up, and he's dropped down to the bottom. He went into me.
Oh.
So Ashton can't even clip it.
Wait, big screen freeze for Ashton the Brit. He's just lost 3 seconds. Safety car is in this lap. So this is where we go to the front of the grid and watch Glitch 10 take us away with the restart.
Yep, so through farm we go, and Glitch 10 has already gone. So the safety car hasn't even properly come in. And away we go on to lap 10, so 17 laps to go. I don't know if the hards will go 17 laps if the medium's punctured after 6.
Lawrence to the inside on PW Jones. He's going to try and pull that move off as they get back around, but he's opened the door for Jack to have a go at Jonesy as well, slowing that Alpine down. Jack falls back in line with Stone. Lawrence Patton takes a position 1 second though to the car ahead, which he breaks down to an 8/10 gap now, closing up to Marius Anderson. Everyone's got away nice and cleanly, no harm, no foul. 6/10 gap now for Glitch 10 and Max Housley.
Bobby Leon's trying to make a move as well on Jordan Jansen. He knows he's out of position and he's going to be pushing like hell to try and get his way back up the order. But potentially a move on the exit of Cops as he lifts off to make the cut. Oh, he lifted off, but he's still spun and he's come back on in the path of Geordie. And that was very close there for Bobby Leons. And yeah, he's
done well to stay out of the barrier. I'll say that.
He's coming into the pits to retire, I think he said in chat. So in the Discord chat. Quote, I'm done with this. This game is bad.
Bobby.
I will say with quotation marks. Yeah.
Game is not to Bobby's liking, not to my own, but I was driving
Yeah.
Silverstone reverse earlier on, and I kind of liked it. I was vibing. I can't lie. I was doing some time
Yeah.
trial. I don't really drive the game, and I was kind of vibing.
Got Lawrence Patton. He's very close to the back of Marius Anderson. Marius Anderson's kind of having a nothing race at the minute, isn't he?
Yeah, the McLarens aren't doing too well here. Is this the downfall of the McLaren team, where they see a low points finish compared to what they used to?
Yeah, I think it's more so just that it's a completely new track, which you don't see too often as well, and at least most
Lawrence
tracks.
to the inside there as we
Ooh.
go around Chapel. Force to the outside around Beckett's, and then we'll have the outside once again Maggots. No avail for Lawrence Patton. Very, very close as we get towards Clock Corner, almost pushing the McLaren through. Has a bit of a wobble coming on the exit of Corps, but keeps himself under control as we get down towards Woodcock.
Yeah, he went for the move, which I got to credit him. It was very well done. But yeah, oh, Bobby, that's Bobby leaving. Geordie very close to Jordan as well. God, this is confusing, but going into Aintree, can the Williams make a move on the Alpine? No, we can't. Swifty getting very close to the back of Jack as well. Jay Ghost is actually hanging on to Glitch 10 and Max Housley as well, but of course they're going to be in trouble with... Jay Ghost is in trouble with the... whatchamacallit? He has to stop again. There we go. Got there eventually. Yeah, well defended by Marius. You are very much right, Tom. And... what else have we got?
Just keeping my eyes on Jago here, because he's staying well within a good position to keep the pressure on Max Housley as Glitch 10 starts to open the gap up a little bit more.
Yeah, I don't think the issue with Ali Bono and Bobby is going to be reported, because obviously Bobby had the puncture and literally could do nothing.
Oh, Bossmos had a beautiful run. Jago's had a bit of a stinker though coming out of Maggots, and that's why Bossmos to pull us up a bit more.
You see the amount of tyre tread in the grass? It's ridiculous. Like there's almost a racing line in the grass now. But yeah, I think Jordan might be struggling a bit with these mediums now. And Bossmos is on for P2 actually, because Max and Jagos both have to pit again. So I mean, well, I'm looking at how many people have to pit again, and Geordie's like what, P8 or something on paper. So this order is going to change a lot before the end of this Grand Prix. Have we got anybody guessing really?
Bossmos, as we get into sector 1, you can see how they're attacking the curbs though. A bit cautious.
Can I bring attention to Lawrence and PW Jones? Because Lawrence is 2.4 seconds behind Marius Anderson now. So he's clearly dropped off. He would have pushed his tyres. Oh, Swifty getting past Jack there. And I have a feeling this battle's going to continue. Although Jack is harvesting down the straight, so maybe not. But Lawrence has seriously dropped off the back of Marius. Lawrence creating a gap for Jordan to pit into, potentially. Oh, yeah, that's a shout, isn't it? I don't know how legal it is, but...
Of course it is. The racing strategy. Perfectly legal. He's not doing it. He's hindering progress. Yeah, of course. He's defending his position, slowing cars behind down. Absolutely. Creates a gap for his teammate to slot into. Why not?
Legally, cleanly driven.
Yeah, see? Yeah.
And I know some leagues just straight up outlaw it, which is ridiculous.
No, we're all about that here in Off the Line Racing. We like racing strategies. We like drivers to really push the limits of what they can do and stuff. And again, we have the rule book for a reason. If it's not in the rules, then by all means do it. But we have a rule for pretty much everything, so it'd be rare you find a loophole.
Yeah. But I think he's got to be careful that Jonesy doesn't pass him. I mean, what? He needs to create like a 25-second gap to Marius. So...
Well, it's already opening up. It was 2 seconds.
Big up the OTLR Bible.
It is. He knows. Ricky knows. Hey, the rule book is my Bible, and I preach the Bible.
I think he's going to get overtaken here.
Oh no, he's creating pressure for the cars behind. Swift. He's forced into an overtake on Jonesy, trying to get through. He's getting frustrated being held up. Lawrence is doing everything perfectly.
Yeah, Swifty needs to be careful, of course, that he doesn't just, you know, hit the back of Jonesy with how slow Lawrence is having to go here. Because, of course, Lawrence has to pit again as well. So he's so far down, he might as well try, well, in, you know, the grand scheme, that he might as well try and help his teammate pit. But...
God, what? Now. He's finding a second. Every lap, at minimum, Lawrence is able to find a second.
He needs at least 20 laps then.
And
like more.
He needs a new strategy to slow it down a little bit more. I mean, I think he may be hoping on tyre deficit, but Jonesy behind, he's on hards. He's eventually gonna be able to just outdrive Lawrence as those mediums slip away.
But the thing is, we've got to remember it's Jonesy who won't take risks. If it was Swifty behind, I think Swifty would already be past Lawrence. But Jonesy's taking it careful, which I respect.
See, I've seen 2 sides.
Oh, Swifty!
Oh, Swifty, which is forcing Jones into defensive mode. And there he goes to hold it off.
I literally, that's exactly what I mean. Swifty will go for those risky moves, and Jonesy won't. I spoke it into existence. But I think Jonesy maybe with the DRS this time. Unless he's running... He might be running more wing than Lawrence. Because he's keeping up very much... I know obviously Lawrence is holding them up. But he's keeping up very well in the corners, even through the dirty air. Yeah, guys behind must be frustrated. Ashton has retired in the pits. Unlucky for him. I know, knowing Jack, he's going to be seething at the minute. Oh, we've got Jordan and Boss Moss. Going side by side. Actually... inside out
Ghost.
each other. Well, Jay Ghost is the Ghost. Yeah. And Boss Moss. Yeah, Boss Moss up into Peter. I love how we both caught that immediately, who it was. But yeah. Looking back, Lawrence has brought it now to about 6 seconds, give or take.
But the issue for him is...
Yeah, but the issue for him is that if those mediums are going to go pop as quick as they did for Bobby, there's no hope, you know? If you get what I mean.
Yeah, I got to agree with you. I mean, Bobby's doing something wrong to outdrive the car to that state. We've seen drivers make these tyres last a little bit longer than that in their first stint. But for Bobby, Leon's, however we're going to run it this race, he was a little bit caught out by that and went sent spinning off the track. So
Jack has pitted now onto more mediums.
10 laps.
I don't know if they'll make it. I don't think they'll make it. It's 11 if you think he's also got to do lap 16 as well. So.
That's
correct, Jonesy finally goes for the move. That was. I felt like Lawrence kind of moved back onto the racing line as quick as he could there. 10 points between Glitch and Marius if result stays like that. Oh my word! Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. Glitch just needs a good result. He's way back in contention. He's making a mid-season charge.
Oh,
Lawrence is off. Lawrence is off. He's opened the door for Swifty to go around the outside. Is he going to pull it off? Yes, he is. He had the momentum, had the speed, and Lawrence was completely unsettled.
Yeah, he got massively compromised there. And it was smart for Jack to try and
those tyres are gone and the back end's kicking round. It's only a matter of time for
Jordan. Yeah, same for Ghosts as well. Ghosts is having issues with his tyres. He's just been passed by Malium Jonas and Ratty on this lap. And I think he's getting passed again by Marius Anderson and into the pit. Wait, Boss Moss is in! Has Moss done a hard hard?
10 seconds, Lawrence. Oh, no. It's all going wrong. He's taken pole positions this season. He's been on the podium, but for now, he's having a disaster. in the reverse Silverstone Grand Prix. What a shame for the Haas boys, who were just losing positions in terms of drivers and constructors. The Aston Martins jumping ahead in constructors, and as well, this is going to cost him a couple more positions with the current order. He's barely in the points he's got, so he's not going to move anywhere. And Lawrence ain't even scoring points.
McLaren are net 2 and 4.
Bosmos is going to jump ahead as a result stand, even with that current, I think, no, not yet. If Bosmos gets a little bit higher, he'll jump ahead of Lawrence. PW Jones, 16 points, and Jones, he'll jump ahead of Lawrence.
I don't know, I know obviously Max still having to pit. Wait, I've just seen Lawrence has gone on to 7 lap hards.
Ah, well then.
I think that's curtains, in it.
I think, yeah. What I will say is, Max Housley...
Marius is in! Why? Are the hards that bad as well?
I mean, we said tyre was bad, we said it, but is it this bad? I mean, 2 stops, even potentially the likes of, softs at the end for some medium runners that have tried it. It depends, can they go the distance? 10 laps we've saw for one other driver. Who is it? Is it Geordie who has to go to... No, it's not. Who was it who has to go to...
Marius, I'm sure! What? With 9 laps to go? As Jack sets the fastest lap of the race, he is now back up into the points here. For the first time in a while, actually. But Marius Anderson...
He's only got soft, apparently, so it's available to him.
No, Tom's on about Lawrence.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, so Lawrence opted for the old hards rather than softs, and I think Lawrence is pitting again.
Well, Marius, as you can see, braved it for the softs, and all I'm going to say is this:
I believe this is what the kids call a YOLO.
And it's
from
what I believe what a Yankee Doodle doos will say is a Hail Murray.
Yeah. And Glitched is into the pits. Oh, that's a lock-up.
Lawrence is on the softs. Lawrence is in pits on softs, unless he's retiring.
Glitch 10-second penalty.
Oh my word. Max Housley, is he going to go the distance, or are the tyres going to blow?
No, he can't. He's done hard. He has to stop.
Oh. Well, this is...
Yellow flag.
This is a very strange race.
Yellow flag for Lawrence?
Bosmos favoured to win on the hards. P5 is trying to start to box. As he moves up, can he get to P4 as he comes around? Clubbing towards Vale. Yes, he can get P4. No, he can't! Ooh, it's going to be close. Glitched is on Meads. Oh, no!
Wait, but he's got the 10-second penalty.
He has indeed. But I don't know if he's... I don't know.
I don't like it.
I don't like it. It's making me cringe. What is going on?
Swifty and Jordan Jansen are going to be battling as well here with Yordi. Oh, wait, I think I'm missing up all the J's and everything. I'm getting confused. I'm too tired. But Swifty now trying to hold up the Alpine and the Williams. I guess we'll see. As Max Housley is definitely under the threat of a puncture here. He surely has to pit this lap. Surely. He is. He's coming in. Is it... I think he's managed to slow it down. Jonas staying out. Wait. Think about it. There's 7 laps left. If Maliam Jonas could nurse those tyres to the end, he's got a 24-second gap. Yellow flag.
Here comes your Hail Mary. Yellow flag.
Gordon Jansen. He's spun on the exit of Brooklands.
Jordan Jansen having an issue, while there's Ghost is in P5 and Jordi 19 is in P11.
Jonas going to get a rear left puncture. I mean, it was front right for Bobby. So,
yeah, but
I guess
on
we'll
Meads.
see.
That was on Meads, on Hards, I don't know.
The gap's down to 16 seconds. Oh no, I think it was. Sorry, I think it was the gap to Max is what I was looking
Yeah,
at
he
from
was.
glitch to Max.
So 15 seconds and dropping now for glitch 10. 15.5. Oh my word.
You got to think though, Jonas. Jonas has what 6 points
Yeah.
this season.
He needs
If
to
I
get
if,
out. He needs to get out of those single digits for himself
I
and
think
his team.
if I was in his position, I'd stick this out to go for the win.
It's
As
bold, it's
Rat
brave, but with the way glitched is gaining a second and a
Oh,
half, almost
Max
2 seconds
Max and
already.
Ghost going side by side through Brooklands now. Contact between the two of them. And Max Housley up to P4. Ratty as well just overtook Marius Anderson, who I think is in, awful form with those soft tyres. So, as PW Jones has gotten past Jack. So, yeah, I mean, we got Max, Jordan, and Ratty fighting out for P4 here. And to be fair, glitched. Oh my word! Because even if Jonas falls behind glitched, if he stays within 10 seconds,
He could pull this off.
he could pull this off.
This will be a Hail Mary for Marion Jonas. Can he nurse the tyres though?
He's lost 5 seconds in a lap, though.
I don't know though because the drop off's going to come quick for glitch 10. 6 laps and Bobby Lyons.
Yellow flag Swifty. Yellow flag Swifty.
Swifty struggling on the high compound tyres as the laps unfold, feeling the pressure, but under no pressure from anybody behind Lawrence and Jordi Janssen, who are lapped. Well, one of them's lapped. Lawrence isn't yet, but Marion Jonas has lapped Jordan. So
Jordan's going to unlap himself though on those softs easily. But I'm gonna, for the rest of the race, I'm gonna keep an eye on Malcolm Jonas and how he's doing. But
I am looking back at Jay Goss at the minute as Ratty gets a little bit close. Looking to try and size him up for an overtake with a big tyre difference.
Ricky, I think that the issue is Jordan will just gap him anyway. Like, look. I mean, I don't know if you're even watching, but Jordan's just gone from about 20 car lengths back to 5 in one braking zone.
That gap, 8 point. Whoa, side by side. Jay Goss and Ratty to the inside, trying to make the move up on Jay Goss. Goss defending it like a lion. Side by side as we go flat to the floor up towards Store Corner. Can Jay Goss hold it out? Or is the McLaren still got a foot in the door? Not quite yet. Jay Goss running a little bit wide, taking the defensive line, but does hold that P5.
Swifty! Swifty's crashed!
Safety car.
He's crashed on the pit entry.
Safety car.
Virtual. It's a virtual at the minute. But this is still good for Jonas. This is still good for Jonas. Am I allowed to say I want Jonas to win this now? Because it would be incredible.
This is beautiful for Jonas, because obviously Glitch is going to be restricted by Delta.
Yeah.
It's going to help him along for at least another half a lap. Glitch 10's got to be careful not to pick up a speeding under VSC penalty.
I think it might be ending because these guys are speeding up through Luffield.
Yep, there it is. Ghost.
Wait, Ghost gets a drive through. Did Glitch get one as well? Oh no, he's just got that 10-second penalty over his head. But Ghost, disaster for Ghosts as Lawrence is into the pit lane. But Marius Anderson getting past Ghost as well. I think Ghost might have just let him through, to be honest. No point in fighting it.
No, I think he's just going to try and run to the end now. I think he knows his race is ruined.
Jordan spun. Jordan just spun.
Well, we're past safety car window. That's it. So
yeah,
we are no longer going to see safety car. This is it towards the end. Can Marion Jonas hold out? Bold, brave strategy.
My God!
He needs the victory.
Max is on Boss Moss. And think, if Jonas, well, he probably will fall behind Glitch 10. If he also falls behind Max and Boss, Max gets the win with Glitch's penalty. Assuming he gets past Boss Moss.
Marion Jonas, Glitch 10 closing. Glitch 10, that Scarlet Red Ferrari lurking in like a hawk on its target. closer and
This
closer,
is-
corner by corner. This is interesting.
Brassing Jack in the pits as well. So yeah, on my screen, his surname is in all caps. So, because for his league on the comms, we do 4 names.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
just goes Jack SCFC all 3 for me.
But the thing that I'm thinking, Ricky, is he's still then got a 4-second buffer to this battle between Boss Moss and Max Housley, and if they keep battling, who knows? Because
It's brave, it's bold from Malcolm Jonas, and I mean it's worth the risk. He doesn't even have double-digit points yet. He's sat there on 6, I think, and his team are on 7. It's worth the risk. He's not got anything to lose being at the bottom end of the field anyway, so why not take that chance?
yeah, I mean, okay, it's 1.6 now, the gap, and Glitch has DRS, but Glitch still needs to get past. It probably will quite quickly. And so if Moss and Max keep on battling hard, they could cost themselves. And yeah, Malum overtaken, on track for the time being. And I guess we'll see, won't we?
Oh, he almost went for a spin. Red Bull struggling. Those tyres are certainly punishing him now. 1 second already for Glitch 10. Breaking free and clear of Malcolm Jonas.
Last lap showdown. Well, we've still got 2 laps to go when we cross the line. And the thing is, Boss Moss and Max Housley aren't even catching as quick as you'd think. 2 laps to go. Can Malcolm Jonas somehow hold on to this?
It is going to be a last lap showdown, I think, like Ricky says, because it's 10 seconds Glitch 10 needs to get. It's the penultimate lap, only 1 more to go, and at the minute Glitch is only braking like 2 to 3 seconds a lap. It's going to be very, very close. Malcolm Jonas needs to throw everything into his final lap. 2.6 seconds thus far, still needs 7.4 does Glitch 10, which now opens up to at least a 3-second gap as you see the tyres working the magic for the Ferrari. Still only 3 though. Glitch isn't pulling ahead as much as he'd like to. He may lose this.
He's getting about 3/10 every corner. At least.
It's not what it was though. The tyre deficit is showing now.
Oh, Boss Moss is 1.6 behind Malum now. Oh, hang on. Oh, there goes the Alpine.
There goes Jordan Janssen.
Again.
Sorry. Au revoir.
And
Last lap puncher coming for sure. Money still on it. How much you betting? I'll take you up on that.
Oh no. He's not going to be able to hold up Boss Moss and Max though, is he? He might still get on the podium, but
I feel like Boss Moss is going to overtake him easy, so is Max. But I think Malcolm Jonas is still going to hold inside that 10 seconds and get a podium.
Ratty's inside the 10 seconds.
Malcolm Jonas, Boss Moss,
oh, here we go.
Max Housley will be the top. Yeah, and then Ratty will be P4. Oh, wow.
Boss Moss, not gone for it.
Oh,
there it is.
Into Chapel. Beautiful move there as we get going back around Beckett's and Maggots. Now here comes Max Housley looking to slip on through. Malcolm Jonas goes defensive. There's contact. And off goes the Aston Martin. He's out.
He's out.
That's
Max
it.
is out.
Max Housley's out of here. He's been done on the last lap, and Malcolm Jonas in a controversial ending may hold on to P2, unless Ratty can pull back a second here in the final sector, but I don't think it's possible. Malcolm Jonas still needs to survive though, as we have people betting against him for a puncher. Oh no, Max is going to be fuming.
I don't want to open the Discord.
But for Glitch 10 on track, he will come down the final 2 turns and take the victory on the track. But from penalties, it will go the Mercedes way for the first time this season. Boss Moss will cross the line and win in Silverstone reverse for the first time in off-the-line racing history at a reverse track. Boss Moss wins, while Malcolm Jonas takes a controversial second, and Ratty McLaren once again on the podium. With Glitch 10 in that 10 seconds, shoving him down to P4, and Marius Anderson again for McLaren's P5. PW Jones in 6, Geordie in P7. Jay goes for Haas as he comes around out of village now. So just 2 turns to go to take that P8, where Jack SCFC, also known as Jack Brassington, in P9.
Yeah. And Max is still going to get classified in 10th with a point, at least. So...
Wow.
Why do we keep having banger races this season?
Max is going to be fuming. That is something I can say with absolute certainty.
We'll have a look.
What an ending. What a controversial way to finish off here in Silverstone reverse. For the first time in Formula One league racing history, you are seeing reverse races. You've seen them all over the place. And of course, you've seen it here.
Max is saying he's not racing here anymore.
Oh, Max has had enough. Well, he had a championship fight, but I think he's had enough with a controversial ending. But there we are. Boss Moss takes victory. Malcolm Jonas P2, Ratty P3, Glitch 10, Marius Anderson, PW Jones, Geordie, Jay Goss, Jack SCFC, Max Housley doing out the top 10. Just outside of that, you have Jordan Jansen, we're yet to find that out. Lawrence Patton struggling all the way through after picking the wrong tyre allocation. Swifty, who did very well in the first opening stint and into the second stint before safety car came around everything. Ashton the Brett, Bobby Lyons, who struggled with that puncher, and Alabono, who also struggled in the first stint. But that will do us here and now, and we'll take a quick little run over